Okay, good evening, all of you, dear friends and students. Today, I would like to start Grignard reagent and its reactions. Hope you have enjoyed the last class. And in the last class, I have discussed about preparation of alcohols from Grignard reagents also. It's a continuation process of that class only. But Grignard reagents separately discussed in this class. And again, I will come back to the board class in the next session. Why? Because Grignard reagent topic is most important for most of the competitive examinations and as well as board examinations. So, today I am taking this class on Grignard reagents and reactions. Okay, shall we start? Okay, let's start. So, dear students, what is exactly a Grignard reagent? You all know that Grignard reagent is nothing but RMGX. You write this one as RMGX. So what do you mean by this RMGX? RMGX is called as alkyl magnesium halide, or we can also call this Grignard reagent as aryl magnesium halide. So what is ARMGX? Nothing but aryl magnesium halide. Aryl magnesium halide. Hope you understand the general formula of Grignard reagent. Actually, these are also called as organo, also called as organo magnesium, organo magnesium halides, also called as organo magnesium halides. And in this organo magnesium halides, we have a generalization is there. What is the generalization is nothing but when you take alkyl halide with magnesium metal, the reaction in the presence of ether, dry ether, will produce RMGX. So that means you can prepare Grignard reagent in this way, or else you can take aryl halide which is treated with magnesium metal in the presence of ether or E2O. You'll get ARMGX. ARMGX. That way you can easily prepare Grignard reagents. So this is Grignard reagents general formula and always. And moving on to the point that Grignard reagents, how Grignard reagents are going to affect the chemical reactivity. These are said to be strong bases. As you know, Grignard's reagents are said to be strong bases. These are strong bases. And moreover, these are said to be reactants react with any compound. So, they will react with any compound that has hydrogen atom, that has hydrogen atom. Not only that one, that hydrogen atom is said to attach to electronegative atoms, to an electronegative atom. As you know, what are electronegative atoms? Either oxygen or sulfur or nitrogen. If they are linked with hydrogen, then Grignard reagents are effective on those compounds. For example, if you take Grignard reagent or MgX with water, you know, H2O, that I am writing as HOH. So in this case, you will be getting a product that is RH plus MgOHX. So you got alkane in this reaction with this water. This is water. Same fashion, if you try to do that one with alcohol or MgX, then this alcohol also can also be written like water as HOR, and this whatever the electrons present on oxygen shifting towards this alkyl group, then it will become minus. Okay, this hydrogen will become plus, this alkyl group is minus, this magnesium group is plus. So you can understand what is the result. So the result is nothing but RH plus RO MgORX. So this is also a product general formula of alkane. So here we have taken alcohol for this discussion. We have taken alcohol. So Grignard reagent, for that alkyl group is said to be negative. Magnesium part will become positive. In water also hydrogen behaves positive. Hydroxyl behaves negative. So in that way you can understand the conjugate acid base pair of the discussions. Here conjugate base, conjugate acid are weak in these reactions. RH is conjugate weak acid of this one, of this water. So when water is strong, this alkane is weak. So then we can understand that acid is strong, then conjugate base is weak. Like that concept, this Grignard reagent is also said to attack on the water molecule and alcohol molecule. So here the alkyl group is attacking on hydrogen, and at the same time the electrons present on oxygen coming on to oxygen becoming negative charge. So this negative charge on oxygen is coming because the pair of electrons between hydrogen and OH in water is shifting towards OH. So likewise, the same concept happens. The alkyl group of Grignard reagent taking on H plus of water, and the pair of electrons on between hydrogen and OR in alcohol convert into OR minus. So this is the generalization. Moving on to the general discussion about Grignard reagent. So in Grignard reagent cases, when they are strong bases, we can understand that they will form all the three types of the alcohols. So they will form alcohols. They are primary, they are secondary or tertiary alcohols with the carbonyl compounds. With carbonyl compounds. Okay. So this particular case of primary alcohols can be obtained from formaldehyde, and rest of the other things you can get secondary and primary from ketones only. Ketones only. So this need to be understand when we are doing the reactions and mechanisms with Grignard reagents. So how the mechanism is going to takes place, we will check it out. So in this, when you take a carbonyl compound, the carbonyl carbon is said to present in all the oxygen containing groups like aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, and all these things. In this carbon oxygen bond is said to shift towards oxygen, and oxygen makes negative charge and carbon gets positive charge when Grignard reagent is approaching this compound. So if you take RMGX, what RMGX will do, RMGX in R will become negative and magnesium will become positive. So this all things takes place simultaneously to give the product. So the product, the first initial product will be the O carbon with oxygen MgBr, MgX, you can write MgX or MgBr, okay. And this alkyl group will be attached. This is actually called as addition compound of the reaction when we do this one in the presence of ether. So it is also called as adduct when it is obtained between the Grignard reagents and this aldehyde. So this can be considered as aldehyde or ketone. This is the first product. Coming to the second case, what the second case is, when you got that adduct, this adduct can be again further subjected to the hydrolysis. Subjected to hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis. The hydrolysis is called as acid hydrolysis. So when you do acid hydrolysis, what will happen? This MgX part will go with the OH minus, forms MgOHX, and hydrogen will come on to this MgX place to give the final product called alcohol. So here you will get OH. This is what we can call it as alcohol formation from Grignard reagent mechanism. So whatever we have shown, the first step is nothing but formation of adduct or addition compound, magnesium addition compound, and the second step is nothing but the final step which is the formation of alcohol is the final step of the reaction. Let us see how the cyclic ethers will work on Grignard reagent. So if you take a cyclic ether plus Grignard reagent or MgX, what will happen? Any chance of alcohol formation takes place or not? We'll check it off. So let us start with the Grignard reagent, that is RMGX, and a cyclic ether I am taking very simple compound, that is ethylene oxide, or you can also call it as oxirane. In this, what will happen? A pair of electrons present on oxygen will be there here, and here the two pairs will be there, and the cyclic ring, whatever the ring structure is there, in this the bond between carbon and oxygen will be shifted towards one of the oxygen, making oxygen negative, and one carbon, this carbon will become positive and this will become negative. At the same time, okay, both are said to be positive. At the same time, alkyl group in the Grignard reagent is as usual, it is negative in the presence of reagents, and magnesium is positive. So then you can expect this alkyl group attacking on the one of the carbon of this cyclic compound opens the cycle into long chain, that is R CH2 CH2 O MgX. So in this way, the first addition compound will be obtained when Grignard reagent is treated with the cyclic compound called as oxirane. Okay. So now we'll check with the acid hydrolysis product. So when we do acid hydrolysis, as you all know, that this whatever MgX part is there, that MgX part will definitely converted into OH. OMGX will be converted into OH and making this alcohol, primary alcohol. This is R CH2 CH2 OH. Hope you know, all you know, this is called primary alcohol formation when Grignard reagent is treated with the cyclic ethers. Okay, so let us move on to the next case. Let us move on to the next case. General Grignard reagent reaction, when we have observed in that if you take formaldehyde or any other aldehyde, how the reaction takes place. So I am starting with the formaldehyde now. With formaldehyde, how this Grignard reagent reacts, let us see. As you all know, that formaldehyde is nothing but HCHO. So I am showing the carbonyl carbon. So when it got polarized, oxygen will get negative, carbon will get positive. So in the presence of Grignard reagent, so that I am taking as methyl magnesium bromide, that is CH3MgBr directly I am taking. So if I take this compound, then carbon will get negative charge over it, magnesium will get positive charge. So now you can expect what is the first product, addition product. The addition product is nothing but this hydrogen carbon hydrogen bond similar, and carbon oxygen bond will become single bond with MgBr, OMgBr. This is, and a methyl group is present on the carbon here, this carbon. So this is the attack we saw, and this is the product. So this can be called as first addition product of this reaction. So now I am going to discuss about the hydrolysis in the presence of acid. So let us see, when you do hydrolysis, what will be the result? The result is nothing but this OMgBr will become OH. So what will be the answer is nothing but CH3 I will write, and this entire portion I will write it as CH2, and this I will write it as OH. So now you can observe, here we have two carbons are there, we got a compound, that compound is nothing but ethyl alcohol, ethanol, ethane 1-ol, which is a primary alcohol, which is nothing but, which is a primary alcohol. So it is proved that when you take formaldehyde, with Grignard reagent, the product will be primary alcohol. So it is the most important chemical reaction under the formation of primary alcohol. Yes. So if you take ethyl alcohol, also you will get the, if you take ethyl magnesium bromide also, you will get the same result, primary alcohol, but one carbon extra will come in that, that is called propanol will come. Let us see how this Grignard reagent reaction will be there with acetaldehyde. So what is acetaldehyde? Do you know what is the IUPAC name of acetaldehyde? It is nothing but ethanol. So this is nothing but CH3, CHO. So this acetaldehyde is a carbonyl compound if you consider for the reaction with the Grignard reagent. This carbon oxygen double bond and Grignard reagent direct chemical compound I am going to take that as nothing but again methyl magnesium bromide in the presence of ether. These all reactions in the presence of ether only takes place in the first step. And here the reaction, as I said earlier, this bond goes towards oxygen and this whatever methyl group goes towards this carbon. The product is CH3. Here O, MgBr, here CH3 will be there, here hydrogen. So this is what I'm going to tell is OMgBr. So this is OMgBr. So this can be easily replaced with OH when you do acid hydrolysis. So if you do acid hydrolysis, what will be the product? The product is nothing but CH3, CH. This is CH. So I can write it as CH3. On the middle carbon, I'd like to write OH with the removal of the magnesium hydroxobromide. That is MgOHBr you are going to remove in this reaction. So if you observe this compound, this is secondary carbon. This carbon is secondary carbon. So this alcohol is secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol, and it's nothing but 2-propanol. The compound obtained is nothing but propane 2-ol or 2-propanol isopropyl alcohol. Okay, hope you understand this one. So what we have done here is we have got a secondary alcohol with acetaldehyde. Okay, let us see the next one, that is the third one, and 2-alkyl oxirene. I am taking 2-alkyl oxirene. Oxirene is nothing but ethylene oxide. To that one alkyl group is attached. So usually when you take CH2, CH, here you have to take CH2, but I am taking one alkyl group also, that is methyl group I am taking. To this we have one oxygen is attached. So this I can call it as 2-alkyl oxirene. So particular alkyl group means definitely we can call it as 2-methyl oxirene. So to this, how this Grignard reagent methyl magnesium bromide reacts, we will see. That means methyl magnesium bromide in the presence of triether. Here, what is said to be the least hindered site in this oxirene? So least hindered site means I can say one thing. Over this carbon, we don't have any number of alkyl groups. So this we can call it as least hindered. So this least hindered carbon is said to give the addition of the methyl Grignard reagent. That means alkyl group will be added on this one. So how it is? Let us check it off with an example. That means here we have Grignard reagent over this methyl group we have minus delta, magnesium group we have plus delta. That means the ring is going to get opened at the least hindered portion. So this is the least hindered portion. Over this carbon there will be a chance of the development of negative positive charge, and over this carbon we have negative charge. So before getting negative charge, what will happens? This whatever carbon oxygen bond is there, this bond will come onto this oxygen, making this oxygen negative. That time this carbon will become positive. So now we will see what is the answer. So this is CH2. So we can start with CH3. So this part is CH2. So it is CH2. And next we have to attach this carbon as CH carbon. Over the CH carbon, one methyl group is also attached to this oxygen with the negative charge is there. Immediately magnesium bromide attacks on this, forms OMgBr. Okay. Now, if you do this acid hydrolysis with this compound, this acid hydrolysis will generate the alcohol from it. So what might be the product? Let us see. It is CH3, CH2, CH. Over this we have CH3. We have OMgBr is there. That OMgBr will become OH. So now you can observe this carbon whatever is there, that carbon is having two other carbons. So this is one, this is one. So that's why it is called secondary carbon. So this alcohol is nothing but secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. Okay. This alcohol is nothing but secondary alcohol. Exactly, if you see the name of the compound also you can easily tell. That means these are four carbons are there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. For the second carbon we have alcohol is there. That means it is 2-butanol or butane 2-ol. Its name is butane 2-ol. So with ethers also, cyclic ethers also, we can able to generate the secondary alcohols. So secondary alcohols obtained in this reaction. So we have taken 2-alkyl oxirane with Grignard reagent or MgX in this system. Okay, this is our third chemical reaction we have shown. Let us move on to the another simple example of acetone case. How acetone can give a reaction with a Grignard reagent. So let us see. Do you know what is acetone? That is CH3 C double bond O CH3. So this is nothing but dimethyl ketone. This is acetone. So this acetone, if it reacts with the methyl magnesium iodide in the presence of ether, dry ether or ether, then what will be the product? Let us see. So as said earlier, this carbon oxygen double bond will become single bond, and on the carbonyl carbon the alkyl group of magnesium RMGX came, that is CH3, and it will become OMgI, the bond CH3 came in this. So we understand that this whatever OMgI group is there, that can be replaced with the OH from acid hydrolysis concept. Then you can easily get the final product as CH3. Here also CH3. So we have how many CH3 groups are there? Let us observe. This will be the fourth. So after getting all these things, if you count the number, which carbon is this one? This is a tertiary carbon. This is tertiary carbon. And we can simply call it as a tertiary butyl alcohol. This is a common name, is tertiary butyl alcohol. But if you want to tell about the IUPAC name of the compound, this the carbon is second carbon. Carbon is second carbon. So we can call it as 2-methyl. 2-methyl. 3 carbons are there in the main chain. So that's why we call it as propane. On the second carbon we have ol is there. So propane 2-ol. So this is the IUPAC name of the alcohol obtained when acetone reacts with methyl magnesium iodide. This is also Grignard reagent. This is Grignard reagent. Likewise, if you take several examples of the ketones, the result is nothing but it is a tertiary alcohol. Now, what about the ester cases? I am taking the next example after acetone. The first I have taken this formaldehyde case. This is the formaldehyde case first. Now the third one I have taken oxidants, and the fourth one I have taken acetone. So fourth one I done a chemical reaction of Grignard reagent with acetone. So I have taken acetone in the reaction, fourth reaction with Grignard reagent or MgX. Now I am going to the next one. I am going to the next one. The fifth one. Now I am taking esters or acid chlorides. So with esters, one simple ester I am taking, that is ethyl acetate in this reaction. Ethyl acetate. All you know what is acetate? Acetate is nothing but CH3 COO. So here also we have a double bonded oxygen OC2H5. I am taking. This is called ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate. So in this reaction of ethyl acetate, if it is reacts with ethyl magnesium bromide. So what is ethyl magnesium bromide? I am taking BRMG C2H5, ethyl magnesium bromide. So in this, why I have taken like this is a convenient method to show that how this compound OC2H5 alkoxy group goes along with the MgBr, forms this magnesium adduct, and rest of the portion gives a ketone. You can easily understand from this idea of writing this ethyl magnesium bromide like this. So we can easily remove it. In the first step itself, in the presence of dry ether, we will get a ketone. So esters are said to be converted into the ketones. Then after we can follow again further one more time the addition of this uh, Grignard reagent onto this one. So you will get C2H5 here. So we got a ketone, ethyl methyl ketone we got. This is nothing but ethyl methyl ketone we obtained, and as you know what we have removed in this reaction. In this reaction we have removed a compound. What is that compound? What is that? That is MgOC2H5Br. Magnesium ethoxy bromide simply. So this is what we have obtained in the first step of the reaction. So hope you understand the reaction, which is further how it undergoes reaction. Let us see if it undergoes reaction further with again the same Grignard reagent C2H5 MgBr one more time, then it will be negative, it is positive, and here oxygen will be negative, carbon will be positive. Hope you understand this one. So from this you can write the reaction, that is CH3CO MgBr single bond C2H5, and one more C2H5 is coming from the Grignard reagent. So likewise a total of here total 6 carbons are there in this compound, additional compound, which will be further subjected to acid hydrolysis. So what is acid hydrolysis? H2O in the presence of acid. So let us see, this OMGBr only will convert into OH. Remaining portion is as usual. So I want to write this is elaborately like this. So I will start from here, one carbon, that is CH3. I will start here, CH2 I am writing. The next third carbon I am going to write as COH on top and CH3 at the bottom, and I am continuing the chain with CH2 CH3. Why? Because when you expand the chain, it will become easy for you to understand what is the name of the compound. So now you see in this OH and CH3 are present on third carbon. So this is the third carbon, and moreover not only third carbon, it is a tertiary carbon. It's a tertiary carbon. So you can simply write this one as IUPAC's name, 3-methyl pentane 3-vol. 3-methyl pentane 3-vol. So let us observe. Let us see. So this is what we got, 3-methyl pentane 3-vol.